Hi, welcome to the Modern Renaissance Man Show. I'm Ben Copeland, the Modern Renaissance Man, and you're seeing this sometime in January. And I'll bet you tomorrow we're going to have history in the making. A new president, President Barack Obama, first black president in the United States. Yay! Actually, I'm glad for that because I think it's about time that black children in the United States had something really to look forward to. We haven't had many heroes in this country for a lot of children these days. Sort of disappeared. So I'm actually glad to have something new in Washington, somebody new in Washington, maybe a leader that a lot of children who don't have many dreams can look up to. If I told you I was a pathological liar, would you believe me? Anyway, speaking on that, Ford has a better idea. Or do they? Their better idea is let's take millions and billions of taxpayer dollars, let's put it into our company, help people keep jobs, and keep making gas-guzzling SUVs. That's a great idea, Ford. Sounds like the same one I've been hearing for the last 35 years. And we have the same execs who think they still should be running the company because they do a great job even though they're losing money and they're no longer the best car companies in the world. Ford has a better idea. Walmart has a new idea. Now this is a sad one. Walmart is going to start issuing ride equipment to their employees across the holidays so that they don't get trampled and run over. The poor old person, just think of how many times he tried to say hello as he was laying on the ground, getting trumped over by all of these rather large people running into Walmart. Because if you've ever been to Walmart, Walmart has typically a lot of large people. I can say that because I'm a large person. But getting trampled over and Walmart, is getting run over. Riot gear for Walmart. Glad they're doing it. Have you ever thought about in Superman comics, Lois Lane has daddy issues? You ever notice that? I mean, she really wants this guy who comes in to take care of everything, fix her whole life, carry her around, save the day. Lois Lane. She needs to see a counselor. Has some real daddy issues there. Issues that I found also these days. You're getting on the Gold Rush bus here in Charlotte. It's a little free shuttle service that they have. It's probably about the only the thing free that's going on these days besides the public library. I have this resentment thing that I'm sort of developing about, should I get up and let a woman have my seat? And I start thinking, well, that same woman would probably take my job. So in the business world, should you have chivalry or not? Stand up and let her have her seat, and next week you're looking for a job, and she's riding on the Gold Rush, enjoying your money. Chivalry, where's it going to? I also find that people, while I'm waiting on it, you're standing there in line waiting for the little Gold Rush shuttle to come by, and here come 10 other people, and they just step right in front of you to get on first. I guess I'm losing some of my desire to be a chivalrous kind of guy anymore. This previous election, 2008, did you know that I got 2 votes for offices? That's correct. One of them was the Secretary of Agriculture, and the other one was, I believe it was the Secretary of Labor, possibly. It was write-in votes. And I know I got 2 votes for those write-ins. I can't tell you who cast the vote because that would be revealing somebody's anonymity. But anyway, I don't know if they put it in the paper, but the Modern Renaissance Man should have won the Secretary of Labor. I really think I want to run for that because I want my picture in every elevator in the state of North Carolina. Who is this Cherry Berry woman, and why do we spend millions of dollars to keep putting her picture in there? I want to be Secretary of Labor, and that way everybody can see me when they get on the elevator. Speaking of issues, MSNBC, who are they going to talk about now that Bush is out of office? You know, Keith Urban, he hates Bush. Who's he going to talk about now? His whole show is focused around how much he bashed Bush. Well, I guess now he's going to have to figure out something else. Maybe they'll just go ahead and get rid of him. I think he's pretty poor with regards to a news reader anyway. And when I'm starting to sound like I'm on my soapbox, I want to get on it. Talking about presidents being elected, what I want to tell you about is that what if I was elected president? The modern Renaissance man, Ben Copeland, is president. If I were elected president, here are the things that I would do if I was going into office this week, as you're watching this show, and we're putting a new president in office. If I was president, I would have the national rail system. I've brought that up here before. We need to run railroad tracks down the interstates across the country. We can eliminate a lot of traffic, save some fuel. We need to go to a mass transit system on a national level. Job Corps or military for college money. Let's get some people out here, give them a chance to help out and get some college tuition money back. Free birth control for young adults. I think we ought to take responsibility for helping people to take responsibility for their lives that way. I think we need to criminalize deadbeat dads. I think it's about time some deadbeat dads need to be drawn on the carpet. Let them make some pavement. They can get out here and beat up and make some of these rails across these interstates for our national rail system. The national tax lottery. We can make 500 millionaires every year just by spending $500 million. We spend more money on that on bombs and jets. One jet. And we can make 500 millionaires. I talked about it on the show. National tax lottery. Capital punishment for child killers and child molesters. I've had it with this. I think we need to draw some lines. I think recently North Carolina finally enacted a law that said they're going to at least make some stiffer penalties. I don't think they're stiff enough. Let's get them out of the world. Second and only chance for nonviolent felons. I think people who are willing to turn over a new leaf shouldn't be held for the rest of their life for some offense they might have done as a teenager or an older teenager. Give them a chance to improve their life, expunge their records. They don't have to be a felon always. One second chance. Increase border security. I think we need to clamp down on some stuff. There's a lot of people coming to this country that might be bringing in some things that we don't want them to bring in, especially what happened to India this fall. Let's tax companies that outsource jobs. We're seeing a lot of jobs overseas, a lot of companies reaping benefits. Let's throw some taxes on them. Let's eliminate automatic citizenship for illegal immigrant babies. You might not know this, but it's pretty common knowledge outside the United States that people who have children here will get a passport. And then they go into their home countries. They'll sell that passport so other people will actually come in on that U.S. citizen baby's passport. Let's tax gas-guzzling SUVs. And I can say that because I have an old Ford Explorer that uses a little gas, and I'll pay more tax if I want to keep it. And I think everybody else should pay taxes for their SUVs. Let's have a new child program called No Child Held Behind, not just left behind. Let's advance the advanced children. Instead of forcing children that are advanced to stay back, let's make sure they get the chance to go forward faster if they're capable of doing it. Not under pressure, but under their ability. Let's limit tax credits, say, to 3 children. We don't really need to have families that are having 6, 7, 8 children and getting all these tax credits. That's just way too many children, I think, for the size our country is growing. Let's be responsible citizens, and if you don't have that many children, let's limit some tax credits on it. Let's tax foreign students on government-supported schools. I got this idea actually from a foreigner who got his education in the United States. It's cheaper over here, so when I come to the United States to get it, you can actually get in easier schools sometimes than U.S. citizens. Let's reduce state-supported college and university tuition for U.S. citizens. I got this idea from a foreigner who come in, is that our U.S. citizens, our teenagers, should be able to go to colleges basically for close to free. Let's have zero-interest student loans for U.S. citizens, or work-off programs. They can go out and do different programs of service work. They'd actually work off some of the loans they have for their tuition. Let's have equal wages between men and women. That's something else that I would do if I was president. But don't reduce men's wages just to make it equal, which is what we did with insurance when they had male insurance. Young male insurance was higher than young females, and instead of lowering the males, they just raised the females. So let's have equal wages, but let's don't reduce other people's. Another program that I would do as president is one I proposed on this program: lost opportunities for surviving soldiers. We have men and women in the military going out here fighting for our freedoms and other people's freedoms. If something happens to them, they lose a leg, they lose an arm, automatic $1 million tax-free cash should be given to them immediately. We should have a program that takes care of these people so that they don't have to struggle for the rest of their life for what they've done to help this country, us, and others. lost opportunities for surviving soldiers. Let's have some layoff income insurance paid by the corporations. If they want to lay you off, that's fine. They're going to kick in some money. Otherwise, they need to have better management. We found with what's going on with Wall Street that obviously we got a lot of executives that don't know what they're doing, and they don't mind keeping their millions and firing a few thousand people. Let's make them pay some layoff insurance. We'll get some better management up there. Let's have federally supported health, dental, and vision insurance for laid off workers. Have you ever been laid off and realized what it costs to buy the supported program called COBRA? You'll get a sticker shock. You go from paying a few $100s for insurance each month to well over $1,000. No wonder people don't have insurance in this country. The programs don't work. I would work to do that if I was president. If I was president, I would try to get a law proposed that would limit contiguous terms in the Senate to 2. That's still 12 years. And the House of Representatives to 4. I don't think some of these people need to be up there any longer than that. They need to go back to where their constituents are located, find out what's going on in the real world. We just recently lost Elizabeth Dole out of there. I don't think it was any great loss to the state, but she was basically a Washington regular who I don't think was in touch at all with North Carolina. This law would help stop some of that. Another item that I would propose as President of the United States is let's tax internet gambling and pornography sales. These are 2 of the largest growing industries in this country, and as sick as they are, they're not going to stop, unfortunately. One thing the government can do is start slamming some big tax on here, that if you want to participate in gambling like that, or if you're going to participate in basically illicit activities such as pornography on the internet, you should pay some big bucks to it, and then maybe we can put some money out here to help people who are abused and molested out of this funds. And that's the things I would do if I were President of the United States, Ben Copeland, the modern Renaissance man, and that's the way I feel. All right, and with that, since I'm not going to be president for this term and we have Barack Obama, I guess we'll have to settle back and listen to the music from Soul Survivor. Thanks.
You better watch out, keep your eyes on that man. He'll take your heart and your money, might even take your best friend. Before it's too late, better heed these words, girl, and get out while you can. 'Cause he's a repeat offender, committing crimes of the heart. Well, he's been in love so many times that he can't remember the faces and the names. And if you don't realize he's got the tongue of a snake, you only get caught up in his games. Ooh, you better watch out, keep your eyes on that man. He'll take your heart and your money, might even take your best friend. Before it's too late, better heed these words, girl, and get out while you can. Oh, 'cause he's a repeat offender, committing crimes of the heart. And he'll tell you time and again you're the girl of his dreams, and that he thinks about you all the time. And then as soon as he knows he's got you under his thumb, girl, he'll stop, drop, and turn on a dime. Yeah, so run, girl, run. I'm telling you he can't be trusted. Run, girl, run. And make sure to tell the sucker he's busted, yeah. Ooh, you better watch out. Keep your eyes on that man. He'll take your heart and your money, not even take your best friend. Yeah, before it's too late, better heed these words, girl, and get out while you can. Yeah, 'cause he's a repeat offender, yeah, committing crimes of the heart.
Excellent, excellent. Music of Soul Survivor. Shayna, Ari. And now I got another surprise for you. I can get Ari back up here. Here we go.
All right.
Can you follow me, Dan?
Shayna, where's that shaker?
Okay.
Got a shaker going here, hanging in here. And now we're actually going to do something even more interesting. You know that? I got something going on.
This is special. I'm feeling it.
We got the unattended host camera is actually shooting.
Nice.
So now, for the first time ever, I'm on the host cam. We've introduced something. Anyway, we got a musical tune for you. We're going to destroy, this time, Pink Floyd's The Wall. Sorry, Pink Floyd. Anyway, you're going to slow down for me. Okay, so we're going to trash this song. All right? So I'm ready. Got to get the rhythm here going. The market's down, a situation. Wall Street actions out of control. Dark days are coming, future is gloom. Retirement's going down a hole. Hey, Wall Streeters, leave my funds alone. All our savings have taken a fall. Pockets near empty, we're up against the wall. Probably need to sing faster, don't I?
Here we go.
Ready? Financial security, a thing of the past. While politicians sat on their... We'll cut that. Rich executives struggle after bad decisions. Layoffs coming so they can keep their millions. Streeters, leave my funds alone. Follow your lead. All in all, our savings have taken a fall. Pockets near empty. We're up against the wall. Hey. All right, at first. All right, we got the Modern Renaissance Band actually on the unattended host cam. A new first of the show. Ed Fox, come on out. Ed Fox. All right. My new co-host who I've stolen him and got him addicted to the show.
Yeah.
And he is leading me places that I've never gone
never
before.
know. We just never know.
That's right. That's where he's never gone. Shayna, all right, thanks for
Thank
tolerating that. Okay, Soul Survivor. We got, well, speaking of the host cam, now we might as well go ahead and shoot you. Let's see. We got to get Ed here on the host cam. Oh, we'll spin it around, make everybody nauseous watching the show.
Studious look.
Oh, that's it. The intellectual. I never say that about myself, and there's the band. Yay.
Hey.
There's the camera people who always hate me. We got Dan and Dean back there. Are they hiding? They're sort of scrunched down. I see hands back there. I think we got them. All right, cool. The host cam, we claim to have invented it, and if anybody else says they did, they're lying. Pirate movies.
What do you got?
From the library. This is the third version. This is one of the few guys that actually Pirates of the Caribbean. Can we catch this? Public library. Prices are great unless you're late. Go to the public library. Support it. It's one of the greatest things that are free in Charlotte next to the Gold Rush. The Gold Rush is pretty cool. I don't have to pay for that, so I can ride to my parking lot. So
I have
that's
never
pretty cool.
ridden that.
But that is not as cool as the library. Go to the library. Support the library. Got great videos, great books, great comic books. If you like comic books, they got great comic books too.
You know, I blame that movie, Pirates of the Caribbean, for the upsurge in pirate activity near Somalia.
It may be.
Although I got to wonder how you hijack a huge super tanker of oil. Like, how do you get up on it?
I know that must have like grappling hooks or something to,
Yeah, also the pirates attacked a cruise ship too, but the cruise ship outran it though, so that was good news. Because Gopher and Julie.
Well, I got the
was
one that's been
bad.
sitting over there for a while now. That's they surrounded. It's one of those
The
tankers,
ship?
isn't it? Yeah, the ship was still sitting, and they've got it like a blockade around it,
Yeah.
and they're still
Waiting for the ransom.
they're sitting out there waiting for their money. I think they should give them some heavy metal.
Yeah, that's right. Nobody's willing to do that though.
Yeah, I know, especially those people that own the oil. They don't want to get rid of it.
But Johnny Depp, yeah, I specifically blame him for all this upsurge in pirate
Now,
activity.
who's the he got Keith Richards is supposed to be in this one, isn't he? In the
I
Fighter?
don't know. I saw that movie.
I knew he was supposed to be in it.
I know he's
'cause
modeled.
He wanted him.
Johnny Depp's character is modeled. Jack Sparrow is modeled after Keith Richards.
Oh, is it really now?
That's what I hear.
No wonder he looks like a druggie.
Yeah. All the crazy stuff he's wearing.
Actually, I think it's pretty good. I enjoy the films. Not as much as the Harry Potter, but they're pretty good.
Yeah.
I like them a lot. So, here's a question for you. You know, we got all this GPS stuff going around these days. Do you have GPS in your car?
I have a portable GPS I bring with me.
You know, the price of those things has just not really come down as much as
Well, that was
I
pricey.
would have thought.
Yeah, like 3 or 4 years ago, they were running about $800 or $900, and now you can get a decent one for $150 or so.
Oh, they were cheaper than that 3 years ago. I mean,
Yeah.
I think I'd be able to get them for about $20.
You
I mean,
think so?
as much as the government is pumping in the GPS and all these satellites, nobody should get lost anymore.
You would think not.
You ought to be able to basically just walk into a regular old drugstore and pick you up a $20 GPS thing to tell you where you're at. You actually have them in the cell phones, but they don't have it, the software so that you can actually tell you where it's at. But they could track you if you'd have it enabled,
Right.
the cell phone. So.
Put one in my car in case it gets stolen.
What? Did your
Okay.
car get stolen?
Yeah.
You got the low jack thing or whatever you call it?
No, I mean, it'd be worth more than my car is. So,
I wouldn't want those things talking to me. Yeah, 'cause
No,
they-
I
they
turn
tell
off
me,
the
you turn
voice.
right. I don't turn right. I want to go up. I want to go around the block. Shut up. Yeah, I mean, slapping the GPS
well,
thing.
I got one. I was doing a road trip this summer, and I had mine on a different. I set mine on like the voice of Texas. So every time I passed a muddy field, it was like, "Turn right. Let's do some four wheeling."
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Hey, dude.
And then when I wouldn't do it, it'd say, "Sissy."
Ours took us down a dirt road that was we wound up like in the middle of a swamp actually, and
You
we
kept
were like
driving?
cursing Garmin out. No, we turned like we couldn't go. It was out in where were we? Iowa. There was a lot of corn.
Uh-huh.
That's all I remember. And then we were in the swamp all of a sudden.
That's right.
Someone's
It's just
"Thank
a
you,
stereotype
GPS." I said, you are here. Well, when we turned off on the dirt road, I knew it was probably a bad
Uh-huh.
idea because we had like thousands of miles to travel. I was like, this cannot be a faster way.
Well, that's probably most of what Iowa is, isn't it?
Well,
No,
there's
just kidding.
main drags, you know. But
Maybe I'll get some hate mail from Iowa now.
we probably
They got some gravel roads there now, I think.
Do they really now?
Yeah.
a few.
They got a lot of airplanes. They got a lot of actual little airports out there in Iowa. There's a lot of neat planes for sale I find out there.
All I saw was corn.
So I guess when you're not out there farming your corn, you're building your airplane.
Maybe.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
I also
if you
understand
build
there's a
it.
lot of pilots out there not official pilots.
I see.
you know.
Renegade,
Yes.
ninja
You know.
pilots.
Which is actually sort of thing, you know, becoming a pilot's expensive,
I'll
which
bet.
I think is a good thing.
Yes, it is.
I wouldn't want everybody to be able to go to Walmart and get their license and,
Every teenager
you know,
with a six-pack.
when they start having flying cars, I'm moving.
Oh, yeah.
I am not going to be around that.
It's like the Jetsons will never happen because it's bad enough driving in 2 dimensions.
Well, actually, they do have flying cars. There's a couple websites out there where people have actually developed prototype flying cars. And the one I read about, the guy said that the concept of the car flying is not the deal. He said it's the infrastructure to support the laws and how do you keep these people from knocking each other out of the sky all the
Exactly.
time. You know, because you run into the back of somebody at 300-400 feet up in the air, it's a little different than being at the intersection. You know.
Yep.
I'll just tap into this. There he goes. You know, just go for the next intersection. So I don't think we'll see that anytime soon. Last show, you were talking about China invaded the U.S. in 1400s.
Hey, I know we've invaded, but they came by and traded. They had big fleets, treasure fleets, they called them, back in, it was 1421. And they sailed around the world and mapped things. And they're Chinese DNA showing up in Native American tribes in South America. And all kinds of artifacts have been found all along the coast of North and South America.
Well, they know that actually, if you come down to it, you talk about Native Americans, that in reality is nobody's native to North America. They are either came across the Bering Strait when it was full landmass
Right.
and migrated in.
It's more native.
More native.
Native.
Anyway. Well, with that, before I get too politically incorrect, we run out of time already because I guess just talked too much. Anyway, I want to thank the crew, camera operators, so at the end of the show would not happen. Dano, my director, Dean Smart on audio, Jennifer manages the green room, is already bugged out, and hopefully I don't have to clean it up. K.S. Copeland, Roman host, camera operator. Ed Fox, thanks for being here, Ed.
Good to be back.
We'll see y'all back in a couple weeks, and it's great to have Ed now as the new face on the show. And Shayna, Ari, Soul Survivor takes out some great tunes. Have a good evening.